Thank you so much to ADL New England for inviting me to share some thoughts on freedom and justice. And thank you for your leadership in fighting bias and discrimination every day and working to build a more just world. My name is Idit Klein, and I am the president and CEO of Keshet. Keshet works nationwide to advance LGBTQ equality in Jewish life. We work within Jewish community institutions to foster cultures of equality and belonging. We mobilize Jewish community members to fight for LGBTQ civil rights, and we support and empower queer Jewish teens. At Passover, more than at any other time during the Jewish year and during any other holiday, I think a lot about the word we. At the Seder, we remember together in the we who were brought out of Egypt, we who are commanded to remember the stranger because we too were once strangers. I think about, who do we mean when we use this word we? Who did we mean then, and who do we mean today? Who is a part of the collective and who is left out? Who gets to be liberated? Who gets to taste freedom? And who is left behind? As a Jew, a queer woman, and an immigrant, I have experienced bias and discrimination. I know how it feels to be left out of the we. I also know the power of seeing my identities represented in community, and I've seen how others are nourished by the power of being seen and of seeing. I've seen the faces of LGBTQ Jewish teens light up when they connect with other queer Jewish teens for the first time. I've heard them say, "It feels so amazing to be in a place where I can be queer and Jewish and see others like me. It's amazing not to be the only one." The power of being part of a we. In the past year, we've seen all of the dynamics of oppression in our society amplified. We've seen the ways people are marginalized and silenced become even more acute. In a time of pandemic, we've seen how systemic racism is even more destructive to individual lives and to communities. So we know painfully well that too many people are denied basic dignity. Too many people are not embraced as a part of our societal collective. But we also know that change is possible. We know that freedom and justice are possible. We who were ourselves strangers, we some of whom are strangers, it is up to us. It's up to people of all races and ethnicities and gender identities and sexual orientations, people of all identities and backgrounds. It's up to each of us to reach out, to bring the stranger along in the journey out of Egypt. Because the only way out is if we get there together. Chag Pesach Sameach, wishing each of you a liberatory Passover.